It takes a community to succeed. One built with love, hard work, caring and understanding. One rooted in history and a community that continues to defy expectations and shock a world.
Our journey started about 3 years ago when we started the adoption process. We were matched with our daughter, Geethika, and she had hearing loss. When we picked her up, she was very scared. It was hard. She didn't know what was happening. Who were these people? Why were they taking me? And once we got home, I realized that it must be very scary for her. There was no way to explain to her that we had to take her brother to school or that we needed to go to the grocery store. We started working with the ENT in Birmingham, Dr. Woolley, and we started thinking about doing implants. During that process, I was connected with AIDB, and she set me up with Tamara, who started coming to our house twice a month. And the services that she provided was beyond just learning sign language and ways to communicate. It was like they became part of our family. She was able to show me ways so that Geethika could understand what was going on. She has become a very take charge, big personality. And without AIDB, I don't think we would be where we are today.
2015, it didn't turn out so well. Early in January, I was traveling out to Colorado and New Mexico on a consulting trip, and I felt a sinus infection coming on. As the trip progressed, I became worse. I was in a coma basically for about 2 months. I had something called deep cavernous sinus thrombosis, which is basically a blood clot right above your eyes. And when it went septic, it took my optic nerves, and so I lost my sight completely. And so coming out with the kind of the physical challenges and also being blind was quite an experience for me. And I finally was able enough to come in and come up to Birmingham to the AIDB Regional Center and to take some assistive technology courses because I had to use a computer in order to continue my consulting business. And I was able to do that with the assistance that I got here from AIDB.
My life as a kid, it was pretty normal, but the 4th grade, I walked into class one day. So one day I looked up, I couldn't see the clock, but I had to focus on it for about 5-10 seconds for me to finally see it. My condition is RP, which stands for retinitis pigmentosa. This is where I have lack to none central vision, but excellent peripheral vision. And my resource teacher was telling me about this school in Talladega called the Alabama School for the Blind. And she was like, there you'll get all the opportunities that you want. Athletics, academics, and other opportunities. I pretty much made this place my home before it became my home. I'm a very athletic kid. I always love sports. ASB has not only helped me athletically, it's also helped me academically.
I was born deaf, and also I have retinitis pigmentosa. I would visit home every month, and I went, when I was at Gentry, I learned how to read Braille in about 6 months' time. And that's when I learned about Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind. And I was very interested in Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind. They helped me look for a job stocking in the store at Fort Rucker. And that's how AIDB has really helped me become successful.
This community refuses to let adversity stand in their way. They aren't limited by what society thinks their potential is. There are almost 25,000 people inspiring us all. By overcoming challenge, they define who they are. This community is supported by an institution that is the most comprehensive education, rehabilitation, and service program in the country. The Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind is there for people of all ages. They define themselves by supporting deaf and blind children and adults on a journey that can lead to a life without limits. Across the state, the community grows and succeeds. From its campuses in Talladega and 8 regional centers spreading from the coast to the mountains, AIDB continues to transform how Alabamians with disabilities can change their world and ours.
AIDB is Alabama. It's kind, it's compassionate, it's respectful, it has high expectations. It knows that with the right attitude and with the right training, people can do whatever they want to do in their life. Their future is truly limitless.
AIDB gave our little girl the gift of confidence.
AIDB is to me a real lifeline back to my life and a productive career.
I thank God for AIDB because if it wasn't for them, I don't know where I'll be.
AIDB means to me connecting me to my church and my community.
They are making their community better. They are honoring the history of their past. They are making us better. They are making Alabama better. AIDB.
Deaf,
Blind,
Limitless.